wants to be king!
In my time helping men navigate the storms and obstacles in life, I found two things to be common threads, common dream killers, and that's procrastination and fear. Many times these two things work side by side with one another. Many times we procrastinate doing things that we know we need to do because we fear the consequence, we fear the unknown, we fear what might happen if we dare take a stab at this thing that we say that we want to become. One of the most frequent questions that I've gotten since I started this channel with guys that are trying to make a move toward becoming the man that they want to be was, how do I overcome procrastination? That's something that I've had to deal with in my own life, mostly because of insecurities when I was younger. I put off a lot of things. I wanted to engage with a lot of things, but I put them off. And that's basically what procrastination is, putting off doing things that you want to do, and even worse, things that you know that you need to get done. The way that you get over this, the way that you overcome procrastination as well as fear, especially fear of the unknown, is very, very simple. It's a very, very simple task that one must do, but it takes desire and it takes massive action. One of the tenets in tactical application is violence of action, which means when you respond, you do so with such veracity that your point is made, the mission is accomplished, and there's no question about what your intent was. One of the ways, the main way that I overcome procrastination is, first of all, you have to understand, you have to learn to identify that voice that's inside of you. That little whiny bitch voice that tells you, you know what, let's put this off until tomorrow. I'll do this tomorrow, when tomorrow never comes. Now, it's critical that you learn to discern that inner bitch voice that all of us has. Our natural state is to try to find the path of least resistance. But real men aren't built with pillows and bubble wrap. It takes iron to sharpen iron. So once you realize that the lies that are being told by your inner bitch, once you realize that you're being flanked by this, then the next step is very, very simple. Once you realize that you're being flanked by the same voice that's kept you weak and kept you stuck, all you need to do is step aggressively towards whatever the task is that you were putting off, whatever it is, whether it was something simple or something major. Start attacking these things the moment you hear that voice. The moment you tell yourself the lie that you'll do this a time other than right now, attack it. It's that simple. If you want to overcome procrastination, simply step forward. The moment you tell yourself that you've got time to do it tomorrow, step. It's that simple. Fear is also very, very similar to procrastination. Most of the time we fear things because we don't know what the outcome of them are going to be. Most of the things that I've enjoyed most in life came with an element of fear right before I had a lot of fun, right before I engaged in the activity. Playing football, racing BMX, fighting, everything that I've done that I enjoyed doing had an element of danger. And with that element of danger comes a sense of fear. Fear is healthy, but when you're paralyzed by it, you end up stuck. One of the sayings that we had when we would be training on obstacles that were big, that were imposing, was the longer you look at it, the bigger it gets. And what that meant was, the longer you sat there and looked at a jump, and contemplated what might happen if you sent it and didn't catch the backside, the more ominous, the more giant this obstacle became in your mind. It didn't change size in reality, but because you played this reel of failure and what if over and over again, you become paralyzed. You analyze it over and over again until you become paralyzed. And many times, guys would go into the engagement with that paralysis and end up eating shit. One of the best ways to get over that fear was simply just send it. Just send it. That's basically the philosophy. Jump out of the nest and grow wings on the way down. Leave the lip of the jump and navigate it. Stay calm. Stay calm. Because most of the time, when we get in these situations where we get our adrenaline heightened and it's exciting and it's scary, we end up in catastrophic situations because we panic. And in those situations, when you send a 10-foot jump, a 20-foot gap, and you had no idea what you were going to do when you left the lip, when you landed the backside, there was a sense of exhilaration, and there's also looking at that bitch voice saying, and you were scared of that. That's the way you approach things in life. You're gonna run into things that are ominous, that are scary to you. Those are the things that you need to engage if that's what's hiding what you want. If you want to have more confidence and your path is to go join a jiu-jitsu gym and you sit in the parking lot and you're afraid, the dragon that's guarding that door of that gym is what you need to face, because what you're looking for is on the other side of that wall. That's the way we handle fear. Instead of running from it, instead of looking out the peephole and letting it get bigger and bigger, you open the door and you engage. That's the way you get things done. That's the way you overcome procrastination. That's the way you overcome fear. That's the way you get to where you want to be in life. You turn around, face your dragons, and you step out.
Who wants to be king?